In this video, I want to talk about the number one benefit of all-day awareness, and that is the benefit of correcting our negativity biases. When we think about our daily lives, usually we give much more weight to the negative stuff that is happening in our lives. And what happens with all-day awareness is that very quickly you become aware of any unuseful thoughts. You recognize when you have thoughts that are not really conducive to any of your goals. You quickly can stop that train of thought that goes on to make a big story out of some small stuff that happens in your life. And so all-day awareness is a first step in recognizing that our mental constructs are skewed towards creating a more negative worldview in our heads than how things actually are. And it's important that we give more weight to the positive things in our experience, because if we don't do that consciously, our tendency is to have a more negative outlook on life. And that means that we, with all-day awareness, are constantly trying to be mindful and present in the moment, meditating on what we are actually doing and observing, just stepping one step behind what is going on into the observer mode of not only what we are doing physically, but also all of the thoughts that are coming into our minds. And then we can recognize quickly, okay, there are many thoughts that are just going on, but they are not useful, and we can over time get a feeling of how they behave and recognize that usually we think about the negative stuff more than about the good stuff, and step in and say, okay, now I want to use my thoughts constructively and give therefore more weight to the positive thoughts, and I want to think positive thoughts more often. And that's not to deny anything about reality and say that we are just optimistic and don't see the bad stuff, but it's just counteracting a tendency of our mind to give too much weight to the negative side of things. And in an earlier video, I shared one very simple technique you can do at night to improve that balance between good thoughts and negative thoughts, and that is to remind yourself every night before you go to bed of 3 things that you are thankful for that happened to you during the day, and you will become or create more of a balance in your mind towards the good things, and you will, after many years, at least that's what I have found, create just a more grounded, more content, and let's just say happy baseline feeling of your existence. And this is just not something you can do with one thought or watching one video or doing one exercise. It's really the habit of thoughts that you are exerting over time. Like, what kind of thoughts do you think over and over again? And can you be mindful and adjust them to be more in line with what you want to achieve? And so this is my short little video here about the importance of giving more weight to the positive things through all-day awareness. And quickly, so that you're not lost, is what I mean by all-day awareness is to always try to remind yourself to not get unconsciously lost in your thoughts, but to actually keep some kind of awareness in the present moment, whether that's while you're walking on your steps, or the sounds in your environment, what you see, the colors, the smells, whatever it is that keeps you grounded in that moment. It can be different things, and you can combine different senses in that exercise, but usually it's easiest to start with one sense and then add another one later when you have the capacity already to stay present over prolonged periods of time. And what helps with that is putting a reminder on your phone. There are many different apps out there that can just send you a small tone or whatever in certain intervals to remind you that you wanted to do this all-day awareness exercise. That's what I've done for many years, and what has helped me to stick with that practice, and has just made me much more aware of my thoughts and how they behave, and ultimately be able to change them for the better. I hope this exercise will do the same for you, and With that, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.